Hey everybody, welcome to episode 7 of We Like to Podcast.
My name is Ben.
And I'm Arvin. We're all about bringing you the latest news and information about the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to start this off with, I made a promise a couple episodes ago. I said that we are going to have a surprise.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Okay, it is going to happen. It's just not happening this episode. There's a girl going to be on the show.
Nice.
Yes. She was supposed to be on this episode, but schedules didn't work out, and she will be coming in sometime this week to Arvin Singler Studios to do a review. So we might try to put that on the site.
Yeah, we'll edit it somewhere.
Somewhere. You'll see it. It'll be on. You expect it.
Excellent.
Yes.
I like girls. So, updates on the website. We have added user registration.
Yes.
And the reason you want to register is so that you can take part in our forums. It's pretty cool. Just, standard forum setup. So if you want to head up the website, we got a little drop down on the main page. You can choose to register and log in, and then you can participate in discussions.
Yes, the forum that we might have promised in episode 1.
It's my bad.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, but I fixed all the bugs with Drupal, and everything's happy now. And
yeah, and we got, along with that, we've got more content coming on the site.
Yeah, separating up our We Teach Yous into separate little episodes so that if you want to check those out without having to watch the entire episode over again, they're going to be there for you.
Also, we are going to be putting on some virtual console information.
Eventually, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
that will
Release
be
dates and
soon
all that
sometime.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Sometime.
Yeah.
In the near future.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yep.
JR Cooke, we wanted to bring you regular updates, and since the episode is a little bit delayed, we got a big update for you. He's down 10 more pounds.
Yes.
So so far, JR has lost a total of 31 pounds. If you want to check out his progress, you can go to WeWeightLossPlan.com. He's just been in contact with us. If you don't know about JR, a guy that's trying to really change his lifestyle and using the Wii as a means to do that.
Things that we support wholeheartedly.
Yes, definitely. Health and working out and all that jazz.
Right. So we're going to get right into the weekend review.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking about JR and health and all those fancy fun things, WeHealthy.com.
New website?
New website out there. If you're interested in possibly changing your lifestyle, getting healthy, it's a place to get started. Basically, it's a main article about how to start using the Wii, which games burn what calories, lots of information along those lines if you want to start yourself losing some weight, getting healthy. And from there, it looks like he's starting to put more news on the site as well.
Excellent.
So it's definitely a place to check out. Check the show notes out, because it's a pretty long link.
Yeah.
But check it out. It'll be there.
Excellent. So it looks like Nintendo is taking a little cue from Microsoft and taking on the idea of almost emulating what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox Marketplace and putting that into a Wii form. And so basically what they're going to be doing is, instead of just having virtual console games for download, there's also the possibility of having original content that's available for download for play, including online versions. Instead of going out and buying retail versions, boxed versions of actual games, you're going to be able to download stuff. So it's kind of just news right now, nothing really confirmed or anything, but it's definitely not a rumor. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Right. Which I think, with WeConnect 24 being as powerful as it is, always being connected to the system, having the free connected, it just has to happen.
I know.
They have to do something more with it.
Yeah, we're getting a little frustrated, I guess the word is.
A little bit.
With the lack of progress.
But
there is progress.
Yes, it's happening. Okay, so a little bit of an update on Guitar Hero. For those of you who are as excited as we are for this game, it has been announced that every console for Guitar Hero 3 is going to get a wireless guitar.
Right.
Awesome. We still don't know how they might possibly integrate the Wiimote. Hopefully, we're hoping they will. IGN did that really cool guitar. But hopefully they'll do something. But pretty much what the update is mostly a partial track list.
Excellent.
Yes, so tracks like Paint It Black, Slow Ride, Barracuda, some cool stuff.
Yeah, and for all you Muse fans, they actually got Knights of Sidonia coming.
Yeah.
Big song. I will buy the game just for that song.
Right, but it looks like there's a lot of cool songs so far. That's just the tip of the iceberg. They've got more on their partial list. Check out the link, check out the show notes.
Yeah, it'll be out there.
And if you're a fan, if you're really excited, that's the place to look.
So UK Wii owners got a taste of online play way before we did with Mario Strikers Charged. Unfortunately, the load on the servers was a little too much because it crashed. There was a lot of people that weren't able to get online, and online play was slow and laggy, and it's just...
Lots of errors.
Lots of errors, and lots of timing out, and lots of badness. So this is Nintendo's first wake-up call for basically just how much people want to play online and kind of get their act in motion, because we can't have that happening. No, when Pokemon launches, they better have a better, architecture setup, or just more servers, more everything, because that's just kind of not cool.
Really? Well, that works into our next story. It's been announced that approximately 40% of all the Wii owners are somehow online, doing something with their system that connects them to the internet and are using it in that capacity. Which, when you're talking about somewhere around 7 million systems, 40%, somewhere around 3 million, right?
Yeah.
If a fraction of those people are going to be playing online games, there's got to be something set up.
Oh, yeah.
They really, the fact is that it's not a new issue. Other companies have done it before, like World of Warcraft had that big system crash. Nintendo should be ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, they've been toying us with this idea for over a year, even before the system launched, and you thought that they would have some kind of a plan.
Right.
And
they might, but so far it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like they're putting enough effort into it.
Really. I don't know if they've underestimated how much people actually want online play or what, but they really should get ready.
Agreed.
Because once it hits, it's going to be massive.
Yep. We got a Smash Brothers update. I don't know if anybody hit up the website or read any news about the website, but they were kind of teasing us for a very long time with a big countdown on their website, which, I mean, for the most part was rather disappointing. Basically, the Smash Brothers website is up, and it's got a lot of information that we kind of already know about, mainly just like how to play the game. And so far, they've confirmed 2 characters, Mario and Link. I think we kind of already know.
I had a
guess they basically
it.
It's just like the character profile pages and stuff like that. So, but brand new screenshots, and also one new thing that they finally released is news about a new weapon, which is a sticky bomb. Basically stick a bomb onto the character, and they have to try and get it off and stuff, and before it explodes. But I think this is really kind of the strategy that Nintendo is taking with Smash Brothers, is keeping us completely in the dark and just kind of spoon feeding us little bits of info, as it progresses.
I just want to play it.
Yeah, really, it's true. But I mean, I guess it's kind of working because it's such a huge game that everybody wants it. So
well, it better be.
Yeah, take what you will from it, but the site is up and it does look pretty good. So.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna hit up our We Teach You.
Well,
this
before
week.
that, before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about Spider-Man 3.
Oh, okay, right on.
Not the movie. We could go on and on about that.
We could.
I did a little bit of a post, a little bit of a blog entry about how I was hoping Nintendo would come out with some more stuff. And then I mentioned about how I played Spider-Man 3, and I just want to give a little bit of a review on that.
Sure.
The game is fun. When it comes right down to it, for all the problems that the game has, I enjoyed playing it. The fact is I enjoyed it, and it's over and it's done, and I'm glad I didn't buy it. Swinging through the city was awesome. It was tons of fun. It was the best part of the game. I would almost rent the game again just to do that more, but I don't think it's something that will hold my attention long enough to actually pay the $60 to buy it.
Totally.
The way they set it up with completing the game, they tell you percentage of how far you are through the game. I went right for the villains right from the get-go. I wanted the story mode, and I went right to it, and 30-40% into it, I finished all that stuff.
Wow.
And apparently you're supposed to just spend the rest of the time swinging through the city trying to find items, which gets kind of boring. It's a small game. They said apparently there's supposed to be more content on the Wii. I played this 360 version for somewhat of 5 minutes at a buddy's house, and there was all kinds of stuff on that we didn't even get to look at in the Wii.
Wow.
People you fight in the street, going inside buildings, all kinds of stuff. But he did admit, my buddy did admit, that nothing compares to swinging through the city. He did that for something like 5-10 minutes, and then when he went back to playing the 360 version, he's like, stupid buttons. So,
Button's evil.
you know, it
Yeah.
had some fun stuff in it, but all in all, it was kind of a letdown.
Yeah, reading a lot of the reviews, I didn't get to get a chance to play it, but every platform just tanked in terms of everybody's
Yeah,
review. Like,
it wasn't a particularly great game, but I don't know how this happened. I don't know what kind of interdimensional warp travel exists to make this possible, but Tobey Maguire doing the voice acting for the game was hilarious. He
no,
was laugh out loud funny, like
really.
Spider-Man quips, just in the middle of beating people up, saying stuff that you would think Spider-Man would say. I don't know if it's the people who wrote the game really loving Spider-Man and adding those things in, or maybe the director getting the best out of him. I don't know what it was, but it was good.
Get those writers on the next movie.
Really,
Seriously.
honestly, something something has to give.
Seriously.
Right. Anyway, so just to kind of interrupt the
Yeah,
podcast with
nice impromptu review. I like that.
yeah, Spider-Man 3. If you got some cash and some time, check it out. Swinging is fun.
And renting, not buying.
Renting, don't buy.
Don't buy.
Don't buy it.
All right. Now I will take you into the new episode of We Teach You this
Right.
week, and going back to something that we did, I think in episode 2, which is getting photos, music, and video on your Wii, but this time using streaming media. I had hinted at it before, and I was supposed to do it, but now we're actually going to do it for real. Hey folks, on today's episode of We Teach You, I'm going to show you how you can stream media to your Wii, such as video and audio, using the Orb streaming media service. First thing you want to do with this is go to orb.com. Now, this is only for Windows users, so unfortunately all those Linux and Macintosh users are out of luck. So once you're on the orb.com website, go down to your free downloads and download the appropriate Orb installer for your language. Now, there's kind of a hiccup with this particular installation version, which is 2.00.0903, and actually any version prior to this as well. Since the Opera browser has been updated, it seems that the Orb service isn't exactly working properly with the new browser. So this guide is kind of just a generic guide that will work once the new version of the Orb software comes out that's compatible with the new browser. So now that you've got the software downloaded, go ahead and run the installer and accept the EULA and the standard installation to the program files directory. Okay, so now the media service is going to start, and you're going to have to log in or create an Orb account. If you don't already have an Orb account, just go and click on the Create an Account button, and you'll be able to set one up. It's pretty easy, but I already have one, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. So now it's going to ask us, what exactly do we want to share? Audio, photos, video, TV, and documents. TV is actually, if you have a tuner card built into your computer, you can actually stream the TV signal that's going to your computer live over the internet. In this case, I'm just going to do audio, photos, and video. Okay, so now everything through the Orb service is run through what's called a MyCast website, which is basically where all the configuration happens for being able to access your media. So I'll go ahead and click Finish, and now you can see at the bottom here the Orb service is starting. Once that goes green, then the Orb service is started, and it already brought up my browser and is going to the MyCast website. Okay, so we could do the configuration here in the standard portal interface that they have, but I'm actually going to right-click on the Orb icon and go to Configuration. So first things first, I don't know why TV is set up, but I'm going to enable that for webcams. Go into Media, and this is where all of your different media files are going to be shared. So you can see I've actually got media sitting in my documents, my videos, my documents, my pictures, and my documents, my music. So I'm just going to leave that as is. But you can constantly add different types of shares that have different media files in them for the appropriate video, photo, and music sections. Under Advanced, you got standard options, including the ability to enable automatic updates, start Orb when Windows starts, and the most important section, which is your port configuration. If you have a firewall on your setup on your network, then you're going to need to enable ports 80 and 554 to be open to your particular IP address of the machine that you're streaming your media from. This is important if you want to access your media from outside of your home network, but also internally as well, as Orb doesn't read internally. It kind of routes it out through the internet and comes back in. It doesn't go directly to your media box. So now that we've got Orb started up, we're going to go over to our Wii and see if we can access our media. But first, I'm going to quickly log into my portal to see if the media files that I have are located and recognized by Orb. Click over to the media tab. So we can see that it's already starting to pick up photos that are in my photos directory, and it's already starting to pick up audio files that are in my audio directory. Now, unfortunately, it's not picking up any videos just yet, and sometimes Orb can be a little bit finicky. So you can see in my videos, it actually has one video. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and I've got an episode of The Office sitting there. So now Orb has seen all the media files that I have, and now we're going to go over to the Wii and see if we can actually start streaming that stuff over. Okay, so now that we have the Orb service up and running on the computer, we can now open up the internet channel and connect to the streaming media service on the Wii browser. Now, in order to use the Orb streaming service, you're going to be connecting to mycast.orb.com. That's the standard web page you're going to be going to in order to connect to the service. So if we go ahead and enter web address, you can go to mycast.orb.com. So then you'll be confronted with the standard login page. Now you can go ahead and enter in the password that you set up with your Orb account. So now I have my password inputted, and I'm going to choose for it to remember me and auto login. Now the nice thing about this service is that you can go to anybody's computer or anybody's Wii, type in mycast.orb.com, enter your credentials in, and then have access to the exact same media that you would have before. So now the important thing to note with this version, and it's a little bit flaky, is that you actually need to set the stream option under the settings to flash high quality, which is actually meant for Flash 8 and above. Now, the new Opera browser still doesn't use Flash 8, but in order to get things to work properly, you need to select Flash high quality. So other options include the ability to use a fixed or variable speed, and fixed or variable speed for the amount of data being transferred. So you can actually change this amount, but I'm going to stick with 600 just for this test. Under layout options, you can switch to the mobile interface, but I recommend you stick to the existing interface, which is considered home theater interface. So I'll go ahead and exit settings, and then now you can see it's a standard media center interface. So if I go to, say, audio, I'm actually going to go to the browse folders because I haven't really played anything yet. And you can see there's my music directories. I'll go inside there, and then I've got the I Know Karate CD, and so I'll go ahead and just play pieces. And so you'll see it's all embedded in a Flash interface, and it takes a second for it to buffer up, but then it'll start playing as soon as it's ready. And you have different options here, which I'm not including the ability to check out the current item that's playing. And I don't know if the equalizer's going to, oh yeah, there it goes, there's the equalizer. But I'll go ahead and hit the back button now. Whoops, we're zoomed out there. Now I'll go back to the Orb menu. Now we can try out our video. So as you remember, I have the one episode of The Office, so I'll go to Browse Folders. You can see there's my videos, and then there's the Office episode. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and it's going to also get ready, buffer up, and start playing. So as you can see, it's relatively pixelated, and a lot of that has to do with the bit rate that we set the stream to in terms of 600K per second. Kilobits per second, which isn't very good. So, and I know that the Wii can handle a lot more, so I'm going to actually give it a try going and upping that. Other nice features included with Orb include the ability to read RSS feeds, so you can actually configure different RSS feeds to go through. So if you don't want to use the Wii News channel or anything like that, you can actually put feeds in there. Plus, as we said before, the ability to view photos, which I'm not going to go into. And if you do have a TV or a tuner card or a webcam, we can actually stream live television directly from your computer over to your Wii. And this is all over the internet, like I said before, so you can actually access this from anybody's computer if you just go to mycast.orb.com. So I'm just actually going to quickly update this to 1200. And save and exit that. And see if that makes a difference in our video quality. Or it might just break things, I'm not sure. A lot of this is kind of trial and error and play as you go, so if it doesn't work for you right away, keep at it. And if you have any questions, the best bet is to hit up both the forums on the Orb site, as well as if you want to talk to me directly, you can access the forums on our website. Okay, so it doesn't look like it made that much of a difference, but you can see the service is going, and it is streaming directly off of my computer. So I can enjoy my videos now directly from my computer on my Wii. Thanks for watching this episode of We Teach You. Now let's get back to the podcast.
Okay, so we're back, and before we get into our games section, I just want to mention a little anecdote.
Okay.
My parents just got back from Memphis. They had a really good trip. They went to Graceland. Checked it out. You can't go to Memphis and not go to Graceland.
Yeah, not even if you're an Elvis fan, it doesn't matter.
Right. So they showed up back at home with a whole bunch of digital photos, and were really excited to show the whole family, and had really no way of doing it. So I hooked up my Wii, took out their SD card, popped it in the system, went on the photo channel, and blingo blango.
Blingo,
Blingo blango.
That just says it right there.
It does. Everyone loved it. It was a great way of displaying the photos. And because in Graceland, you can't take a flash, all the pictures were dark. It was really easy to just brighten them up, make a little slideshow, let it play through. It was great.
Oh, I completely know exactly what you're talking about. We just, my cousin just had a baby, and photos aplenty, and I happened to bring my Wii up. And yeah, we just hooked the system up, put the SD card in, and put on the nice little music with the slideshow, and there it played. Everybody loves it.
So I guess my point is, photo channel, it's really good.
Yeah. It's
good call. Very good call.
Totally a good channel to use.
Yes.
So if you haven't used it yet, you should definitely give it a try.
Right.
Let's talk about some upcoming games.
Absolutely.
All right. So this will be the 4th episode I've talked about Mario Party 8.
At least.
But this is the episode where I am going to completely change my argument.
Ooh.
I am not going to get this game anymore. No. They have disappointed me to no end with the lack of innovation. Basically, Mario Party 8, as it stands right now, from everything I've read, looks like complete rehash. If you have played any Mario Party, or if you have played WarioWare, then you have played Mario Party 8.
Right.
Basically, it's just a multiplayer. All the multiplayer mini games are just taking a Wii Remote scheme to the same old thing. Like one example is the water skiing, where you're going back and forth. Now instead of pressing the buttons back and forth, you're just tilting back and forth. It's the same stuff rehashed over. And the other things like the included mini games that they have for special things. They included a bowling game.
Wait a minute. I think I've heard that one before.
What? Why do we need another bowling game?
Yeah, we've got a great bowling game.
Yeah, exactly. So, bottom line is if you, unless you're a true, gotta have every Mario Party in existence.
You probably already played it.
Just rent it, get some people over.
Play WarioWare.
There's no online play. I actually like WarioWare a lot.
It was really fun.
So that's it. That's my thing about Mario Party 8.
Right. Good. Well done.
Thanks.
Lego Star Wars. The
Zang.
complete saga.
Zang.
I'm so excited for this game. I thought this game was going to be cool. I played the first one on my brother's Xbox when it first came out, the first Lego Star Wars. That was a lot of fun. This looks great. We saw the video. I don't know if we have that going right now.
Yeah, there's a little trailer for it.
Wow. That's worth checking out. It looks like a lot of fun. If you're a Star Wars fan at all, you should play this game. I'm definitely going to buy this game. It's 2 games in 1. Some people have been saying, and I guess it's kind of granted, thanks Nintendo for yet another port. But it looks like they have some new content, and it's 2 games in 1, and it looks fun, so I don't care.
Yeah, I guess really, I mean, the argument that I discussed with you around this whole thing is the majority of the market share that they have with the Wii is a lot of non-gamers or casual gamers, and a lot of those people didn't get a chance to play any of these games. Right. So it's a great opportunity for them to re-release some older content with some new achievement, new stuff on it, and make a little bit more money off a good product.
And you know what? It's fun. Let's just play that game. So in the fall, look for that one in the fall.
Yeah, excellent. Harry Potter update.
Ooh.
It looks phenomenal. There's a little video that should be playing on your screen right now. It's just basically a demo. caught with a video camera. But just from what you can see here, there's a lot of really interesting things. Mainly, and what we talked about before, is the use of the Wii Remote as Harry's wand, cast spells by doing different motions. Just some of the things that they were talking about. The entire story takes place at Hogwarts. And apparently there's absolutely almost zero load time in between stages. It looks great, and just visually, that's pretty much all the news we've got, is just how the visuals look. But you know what? It looks fantastic,
good.
And I'm sure the gameplay is going to be top notch. It looks like they're really beefing things up for this game.
It sure looks like they're going to satisfy any Harry Potter fan and really any gamer who wants to give it a shot.
Yeah, the developers themselves are saying this is their biggest and most realistic Harry Potter undertaking, and I wish them all the best with that.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Metroid. Can't get much more excited for a game than Metroid Prime, the new one coming out in August. Really, this game is one of the reasons why a lot of people have bought the Wii. I can't believe I almost said PS3. You should hit me right now, Arvin. Do it.
Ready?
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Yeah, I know a lot of my friends bought the Wii because they're looking for games like Metroid Prime. When you've got your Wii remote that's as sensitive as a mouse to do a first-person shooter, this game is going to be awesome.
I'm a huge FPS player on the PC, and I've found like once you tweak the sensitivity in a lot of these games, it's fantastic for first-person shooters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Manhunt updates, mainly just on the visual side of things. A lot of the screenshots that we got look phenomenal. The game is set to release on 3 platforms: the Wii, the PS2, and the PSP. And so far, the Wii version looks the best out of all. Well, obviously compared to the PSP, but compared to the PS2, even still, it's looking like the best one. So it looks like we're getting a lot of really good,
good-looking games.
Yeah, and of course, as with Manhunt things. They've basically been saying that a lot of the ways that you kill people are a lot more interactive with the Wii Remote.
Of course,
like being able to use your things and clamp down on people and twist and do all sorts of really gruesome, grotesque, and disturbing things.
Let's see how this one
that Rockstar is so well known for.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Go for visuals.
Yes, and that's set to release actually very soon, July 10th.
Okay, another one that we're going to talk about because of visuals is Transformers. Hasn't been a lot of news recently, since like what, February.
Yeah.
But one thing that we did see is someone said that it looks like it's going to be a pretty game, which for the Wii, that's what we want to see. We want to see pretty games because the system is capable of more than what we've seen.
Yeah, we've gotten a little bit of good gameplay and a little bit of good graphics, and we just need to mash the two together.
Right. So I'm hoping that the movie's going to be good, and hopefully the game's going to be good too. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, we're not going to hold our breaths per se, but we're hopeful.
Yeah.
Brunswick Pro Bowling, talked about it a little bit. It's just set release date for August, just like a lot of the sports titles that are coming out. Really not much to say other than the fact that we're really excited. We both love Wii Sports Bowling as our de facto favorite game.
Right.
And if at all they add things like in Tiger Woods, be able to create your own bowlers, and even if there's an opportunity to play online.
That's what we're hoping for.
I don't know. It's very simple, it's casual, it's laid back, and it's fun. It's pure fun.
It's the kind of game that we don't know much about, but it has so much potential that it's worth being excited for.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, for last one.
Last title?
Last one. The Bigs. This is going to be a big game.
We hope so.
Baseball, right, for those of you who might not have known. And it looks like this one's going to be coming out, in another couple months?
Yeah.
Do we know a date?
Not per se.
Right,
no.
we don't have a direct date, but you can check out the link to see what information there is. But as far as baseball games go, there's lots of stuff flying out there. Like I saw a PlayStation 3 commercial recently where they're saying how their new baseball game is the most realistic and you can get into it the most. And I don't know. Even Wii Sports Baseball, it seems like you can get into it the most with your swinging. And as far as controls go, looks like this one rates up there high. It says it takes the Wii Sports style and makes it more interactive. And of course, you can do more because it's a real baseball game.
Yeah.
It says visuals look good, and they're saying that, of course, missing the online content.
Yeah,
Which
EA's been really missing on that.
Yeah.
They mentioned things like Madden and the new
Yeah,
Madden that's coming
2008.
out and whatnot. It's going to have online play, and now it may not have online play.
So, but I mean, if you're a baseball fan, check it out. If not, check it out anyway, because it looks like it might be a cool game. I always had a lot of trouble with baseball games in, pressing the buttons, trying to get to throw to the second base, not third base, and hopefully this one is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, just chuck it.
A lot more intuitive.
Yeah, should be good.
Right.
So we've been getting some mixed feedback in terms of the Bash the PS3 section.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of emails that say it's people's favorite section of the podcast. We got a lot of emails saying that it's really takes away from the podcast and takes away from our professionalism,
right.
I guess it were. So we sat long and hard.
We thought about it.
Yeah, we thought about it, and we came up with a solution that we think everyone can enjoy.
Right. It takes all the best technology that we could come up with, and all our expertise from making a podcast.
Yeah, and we worked out this solution.
Yeah.
And that solution is, if you don't like the section,
see you later.
Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
Yeah, we sure were glad that you joined us.
Now, if you do like the section,
here we go.
It's time to bash the PS3. So I think we're gonna kind of do a joint bash this week.
A duel.
And really, it just comes down to the Benjamins. It's all about money. And I don't have the exact name of the individual, but a tech analyst was quoted in saying that the only way that the PlayStation is going to be able to resurrect themselves at all is if they do a minimum of a $200 price cut. That is huge.
That's almost a whole week.
That's almost a Wii. And they want to cut that off of the price? Like, there's obviously something wrong.
Not just that, but that's a loss. That's a huge loss for the company.
Yeah, they were already losing money on units as it is, and to drop it another $200?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to give you an example of how expensive a PlayStation 3 is, a buddy of mine has fallen to the dark side.
Oh.
He had a 360, the same friend of mine who I played Spider-Man with, and all the button smashing.
Right.
But he decided he was tired of all the headaches that Microsoft was giving him, brought in his system. To get a trade-in for a PlayStation 3, it took him his system, 10 games.
10 games?
Including Guitar Hero and the guitar, plus more money. Both his controllers, and he got the PS3 with one game.
Dude, you didn't mention he traded in 10 games. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. So, money.
Yeah.
We don't have it, and they seem to really want it. So.
I would own a PS3 if I could get it for the same price as a Wii, and forget about it. Play it a couple times for the pretty games. And then
yeah, and I mean, I would buy an HD, or an HD movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, I like HD. I run HD.
Yeah. But of course, if I had the money, I would own every system,
yeah,
and a big screen TV and a gold-plated car.
Exactly. So, thanks for watching, folks.
We'll see you next time.
Take care.